What's up, guys? I hope you're well. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about change. The world at the moment is in a state of change. There's a lot of things going on and there's a lot of changes that are happening. And recently I went out to my local high street that, in all honesty, I've been avoiding since everything that's happened has happened. And I've been avoiding it because I guess in my own mind, I wasn't ready for what I inevitably knew was going to be a very different place. Everyone's wearing masks. There's queues outside of shops that there would never have been a queue before. There's limitations on where you can sit, where you can walk, where you can stand. And it's very easy, and what I definitely experienced for a time, to feel like you don't want to be part of this world. So you're just gonna step back, step out. I'll stay home. I won't go to the shops. Don't worry about it. And really what I was demonstrating there for a time was, because we're all human, we all go through it, I was resisting the inevitable change, because change is inevitable. And you better get used to it, because it is going to be the one thing that through your lifetime is going to be there. And sometimes things are going to change for the better. You get a better job, you have a kid, you meet your partner, and it's amazing. These are, pivotal moments of your life where it changes you in ways that you'd never imagined. You're a different person, and all for the better. Thank you for coming into my life and changing fundamentally who I am. And sometimes change is going to come and it's going to suck. Change is going to hurt you. It's going to break you. Your wife's going to leave you. Your kid's going to get sick. Your boss is going to fire you. You're going to be made redundant. And these changes are as equally as important and essential to your life as all the positive and good stuff that's going to come your way as well. Because without the darkness, we don't see the light. Without the bad, we have nothing of which to reflect against the good. And if you resist change, if you keep hoping that things are going to stay the same, you're setting yourself up to be miserable. Because change is always coming and change is always there. So if you have this expectation of the world and you have this, if you say this to yourself ever, if you say the line, I don't like change, you're an idiot. You're an idiot because it's like saying, I don't like the sun coming up in the morning. I don't like it that it rains sometimes. These things are completely out of your control. They are going to happen. Things are going to change. The sun is going to rise and it's going to set and things are going to change. And you better get used to it. You better come to terms. And normally I always try to give you some practical advice along with I don't even know if I want to call it wisdom, but with my thoughts. But the advice here is very simple. It's come to terms with the fact that your life is constantly going to be in a state of change, of flux. And some of it's going to be very positive change. And some of it is going to hurt you and damage you, and you're going to feel like you've stepped backwards. But the reality of it is that it needs to happen for you to progress forwards. I spoke in another video about sometimes having to go with the tide so that you can build the strength to fight against it, to resist against it again. It's about having a level of faith. And I don't necessarily mean a religious faith, but it's having a faith in the system, in the universe, in the way the world operates, that change is going to come. A hard one for people to wrap their heads around, because this is going to happen to you. If you're lucky, this is going to happen to you. Your parents are going to die. And I say if you're lucky, because I mean if you're lucky enough that they die before you do. Because that would be unlucky. It'd be unlucky if you died, and certainly unlucky for your parents, if you died before they do. Because that's, the natural order of things is they should die first. And you should go through that experience of losing them. It's a much harsher reality, and it happens for a lot of people, that their children die before them. And they have to experience that change. Imagine that. If you're lucky enough, you'll experience your parents dying before you and not subject them to the feeling of, and not that it'll be your fault, of you dying before them. But that change is going to come in your lifetime. There's a very good chance. There's a very good chance that you are going to go through that change, and it will change you. It will be a metaphorical adjustment to the way that you view the world. And this is normally regardless of if you had a good relationship with them or a bad relationship with them. Something will shift because that's part of you that's no longer in this world. It's a tangible part of you that's gone, and it will affect you. Some ways positive, possibly some ways negative, but you're going to feel it. So to say I don't like change, or I try to avoid change, well, good luck. Good luck avoiding that one, because it's coming. And that's a given. And there's other ones that you don't know. You just don't know what change is going to come. No one could have predicted what's going on in the world right now, and how we would shift the way we live our basic day-to-day lives so dramatically. And it might just be for a while, and then it's going to change again. But this change has happened. So the first thing is to come to terms with it. And then it's to adapt. We need to adapt to the changing world. We need to adapt to changing times. And you need to not judge yourself and not get too angry at yourself when you have moments of weakness, like I did the other day, or at least I had the realization that I'd been avoiding facing the change. Because it's going to happen. It's normal. You're going to resist these things, but you need to as quick as possible, because it's going to benefit you. The quicker that you accept it, the quicker that you respond to it, the quicker you move on. The quicker you learn your lesson and you can get on with what you're trying to achieve and do in life. So, know that change is coming. It's going to affect you. It's unavoidable. And just embrace the change. And as always, take care of yourself.